Hi everybody, this is Eric coming to you today to talk to you about being in a spiritual prison. What puts us in a spiritual prison? Anger, hatred, bitterness. Though we don't commit the action of these things, we carry it inside of us because of somebody who hurt us or somebody who mistreated us. They traumatized us, or they were messing with us. When we start carrying these things inside of us, what we don't realize is that, we think, I hate that person. I hate him for what he did. I want revenge on that person. Okay, you want your revenge? No, you'll get your revenge, all right. You don't realize one thing though. It's a poison inside of you it's gonna really imprison you for as long as it takes until you release that hate, until you end that hatred, until you end that bitterness and resentment. I will tell you my experience that I lived in a spiritual prison for 16 years. That's right, I did. For 16 years, I lived in a spiritual prison. What was the spiritual prison about? What I was in for? Well, in 1993, I dated this one girl who I thought was someone that I could be with. And after facing a lot of turn downs and problems back then with other girls in my younger days, I thought this one would be the right one for me in dating her, getting to know her and everything. Well, as I got to know her more, I saw that things were just going great. And then one day, on that one date night we had, I asked her if she wanted to be serious with me. She wanted to get serious with me, be my girlfriend, you name it, all that. Well, she said no, and she had given me her reasons why. But I accepted her reasons, okay? But I asked her if we could be friends and go out as friends. She said, sure, I don't see why not. Well, I gave her time to do what she wanted to do and, let her be her person. Well, I'd say a few days later, I just wanted to call to see how she's doing, and I only called her as a friend. Well, she started making excuses. The first day when she said, I'm busy, okay, I thought, she really meant it. I thought she was really busy. And then the next day I called her again. Said the same thing. I'm busy. And then again, I'm busy. And then I'm busy. It was bad enough she broke my heart when she turned me down because she didn't want to be my girlfriend. But to make excuses as, for friendship and make excuses, that's more than a turn down. That's called betrayal. I felt like she had just gotten a dagger and just stabbed me in the heart, because when I dropped her off at her house that night when she turned me down, she said she was sorry, and I had forgiven her. And I was the one who did the right thing. I just didn't realize she was gonna put a dagger in my heart and stab me with it. She was gonna stab me in the back. Well, after all this was going on, I just started feeling down. I started feeling sad, depressed. It just really, really brought me down. Well, as time went by, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't just live in sadness anymore. I went from love to hatred. And people were telling me, just forget about her, You should hate her for what she did to you. She was the one who did you wrong. She should be the one that should be hated towards, You should hate her for what she did. Well, guess what? I took the bait and I showed her my hatred. How? I didn't call her to tell her I hate her. But I just started telling people bad things about her. Spread rumors about her, telling her what she did to me, and telling everybody, be careful, that's what she's gonna do to you. And then like if her name was brought up, I would live in, and I would just be so angry about it. If her name was brought up, I would have resentment about her, you know. And the thing about it was that even if you were to tell me where she's from, or even if you were to say this is where I'm from because it reminded me of her, I would carry that bitterness, that anger, that resentment. Well, here we go. I carried that for 16 years. And 16 years of carrying all that hatred didn't really bring me nowhere. I mean, I didn't want to be in a relationship after what she had done to me, you know, because to get over somebody, you cannot even hold on to that hatred. You have to let that hatred go. You have to let it go. And then to top it all off, I was, like I said, I was in a depression state for a while, but even though I tried to move forward, people just saw the vibe in me, knowing that this person has a bad vibe. This person is living in anger, bitterness, and resentment. And I don't know what his problem is, but he seems to be, you know, nice. He looks nice on the outside, but on the inside, he's carrying some kind of a bad spirit and all that stuff. And maybe that's one of the reasons why maybe they were not attracted to me. But then again, too, why would I want to be attracted to them? I had that fear that they were going to hurt me the way she hurt me. So I don't know what I did, but for many years, I carried that anger, that bitterness, and that resentment for what she did. Fast forward, 2009, 16 years later, I caught up with her. And after catching up with her, boy, did she say she was sorry, and she could not stop saying sorry repeatedly. And I told her, you know what though? I'm just here for closure because I'm here to forgive you for what you did. Even though I forgave you once, I forgive you again. And, you know, during our conversations, she couldn't stop saying I'm sorry. Well, we finally got to the root of the problem, and you know, the closure started happening more and more. And it turns out that what happened back then was that her friends told her to turn her back on me, to betray me. And then to top it all off, I asked her, do you still hang out with those friends? She said, no, they've turned their back on me. They stabbed me in the back. See, there's also a saying, what goes around comes around. That is why I say this. No matter how good you are in this life, you be good towards others. If they want to stab you in the back and if they want to hurt you, let them. But don't carry that anger. Don't carry that bitterness. Don't carry that resentment, because the day you do, you're in prison. You are in a prison. And believe me, this is not the place you want to be. Not a physical prison with bars. No. We're talking about a spiritual prison where you're not going to advance anywhere in this life. Well, as we had the closure, I just told her, I just don't have the desire for you anymore. I just don't have the heart for you anymore like I once did. Because I told her for 16 years, I had a lot of anger, bitterness, and hatred towards you. And I told her the truth. I told people rumors about you. I spreaded false rumors about you. I told people how much I hated you. I told people that you are a backstabber towards people you date and stuff like that. And you know what? That is not even the way to go. If people are going to be like that, let the others see them in their actions. You just keep going forward. Don't carry it no more. Just keep in mind, in 2009, after being released from that prison, I started seeing things in a whole different perspective. That is why I say this. Don't carry anger. Don't carry bitterness. Don't carry resentment. Just know if they're gonna do something to you, let them. Because in the long run, they're the ones that are going to be the ones in their own prison. They're the ones that are going to get hurt. And they're the ones that will never advance anywhere in this life. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening to this topic. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to this button. Thank you. Have a good day.